One of the things I want to check with you, Huzaifa, is I think very few developers, or maybe none, who actually walk alongside the whole development journey of a broker. Right? We are two different ecosystems, two different cultures coming together and finding that commonness and doing it. Did you have any setbacks when you were doing that early days? I mean, what were the pushbacks that you got from brokers? Do they still trust you, or they still had the same challenge in the past?
Look, at the end of the day, it's like any family, right? You have your ups and downs, but you have to try to keep moving forward, right? I have companies that have been working with us for 5-7 years since I've been with DAMAC, and continuously top, but it also has problems. They have their issues. They have their, we have our disagreements. They ask for X and I say no, and I ask for X and they say no. So it's like a constant negotiation with these guys. So yes, there are setbacks. There have been times where my top broker that has been performing with me, 2 years, 3 years consecutive, all of a sudden, because of 2-3 different issues, has completely said, you know what, I'm done. I'm moving and focusing my attention to a different developer. It's happened. And it does create a little bit of dent in terms of our numbers. The one thing that I think Ashraf and myself also, I would like to give us both the credit, is that even if that happens, we still go back to the builder. We still go back to that person. And I said, we had the setbacks. Let's start fresh.
Has that worked?
It has worked out many a times. And one thing that I like about Ashraf, Adam, myself, I think the way we're built is that whether it's one deal of 500,000 or one deal of 50 million or one deal of 500 million, our attention to that deal is the same.
Right.
Every deal matters, because we know that every deal matters for that agent.
Right.
And not the agency, that agent, that company, because I bread and butter.
Absolutely.
So we have that mindset. We understand that, you know what, this deal is very important for them. They don't have any salary. They have to put food on the table. And this 500,000 dirham deal is important to them. Does it make a difference to my life? No. Does it make a difference to Ashraf's life? No. Does it make a difference to Adam's life? No, it doesn't. But by helping that one case, that agent is left happy. Which means that, he says that, I made some money thanks to DAMAC, thanks to the people in DAMAC. Let me focus more over there.
Yeah, so that's how we won hearts.
Absolutely. Because we focused on the micro details and we focused on the person itself, rather than just think of it as an agency level. That's why we are where we are today in terms of the people that work with us.
Right.
And we have a lot of, although it's all strictly professional and it's all business, but you know what? These are people that we also spend time outside of work as well. Many people have become like family to us as well, right?
Right.
And same for that. We meet for lunches, dinners, not even talking about real estate, just general chit chat here and there. So we've built that system. But yes, one of the reasons why, despite those setbacks, we've still been able to bounce back is because we still focus on the micro level details to ensure that we try to satisfy them.
To the end, to the last.
Till the end.
Landscapes are shifting. I'm going to fast forward to 2025, where we are. And the excitement that beholds us in the future as we go together into DAMAC the journey. Landscapes have shifted. Gone are the days when people just used to buy 1 unit or 2 units or even 5. Now you find people buying in bulk. You've got those kind of serial investors coming in to invest real estate. Dubai's real estate is being taken very seriously by investor class. We know it's become a choice of investment for many people abroad. International horizons, we've expanded our frontiers even further. Technology is coming in from different directions. Ease of business has improved. Keeping all that in mind, crystal ball glazing, what does 2025 look for you?
For me or for DAMAC?
Let's start from you first. Because that's anyway going to dovetail into what DAMAC is going to do at the end of the day. Let's start with you.
Okay. The vision is very clear for myself at least, and for my team. Efficiency and effectiveness.
Right.
These are the two keywords that is going to be the focus of this year.
Right.
We have tried and tested a lot of things last year. I was lenient on a lot of things as well, in terms of, trying to make as many people successful as possible, because I am from that school of thought that if my lowest guy has failed, means his manager has failed, means his manager's has failed, which means I've failed as well.
Got it.
Right? Because if I've hired that person and he's not succeeding, I'm also part of the problem. Right. So that was my focus last year, to make all my guys successful and to the point that they're getting approached by all sorts of developers.
Yeah.
And in a nutshell, that kind of makes me happy that, you know what, the ecosystem I've built, the team that I've built, the teams that I've built are being approached by all these different developers in the market.
Right.
And they're being offered premium. And despite that, they choose to stay back with me.
Right.
Which means that culturally, I have set a good environment for them to come. They're spending 8 hours in the day, 9 hours of the day, sometimes 10, 11, 12 hours in the day on this job.
Correct.
So I want to at least try to make it a healthy environment for them to enjoy the work that they do, while keeping the targets in mind, ensuring that they're successful, pushing them to hit their best, to achieve their best as well. So that was 2024. 2025 was like, guys, now you've done all of that. You're happy. You've tasted a bit of success.
Correct.
This year, success is not even a question. It has to happen. You have to over and achieve what you did last year by 100% more than what you did the previous year.
Right.
Which means quality. That's the number one achievement that I want from you guys. Focusing more on quality, because as like you rightly said, Dubai is evolving. There's so many different developers coming in the market, small, medium, big, coming from London, coming from Europe, coming from Spain, US, that want to enter the Dubai market as well. The only thing that's going to differentiate you is the quality of work that you put in, not the quantity. Correct. It's the quality of work you're going to put, which is going to separate you from the crowd.
And what are the things that you have in mind to make sure that we not just keep the good quality that we've already done, but to go a few notches higher? What are the things that you plan to do?
So there's a lot of changes that I've done in the various departments that I have. So I've got the local activations team. I brought the international team as well. I've got the operations team for agents. I've got the roadshows team, and I've got the top account service team as well, right? In all those different areas, I've come up with different models, as well as the training team that has been with me for quite some time as well, to evolve that area.
Right.
And focusing mainly on quality. What are the changes we can do? One key area is actually the local and international teams that I have, as well as the learning and development team, which falls under you as well. And we've had multiple discussions on how to enhance the quality.
Yeah.
And what we have decided is that we need to come up with the right content, the right information, focus on making sure that we're all talking one language. And what we're saying is what we're going to execute. No more false promises. If you can't do it, just say you can't do it.
That's a high watermark to hold people to that. And you're going to really hold them to that.
Absolutely. So this year, I also, ensuring that quality is also maintained, we have to put certain targets and boundaries in place as well. Adjust the KPIs accordingly. Well, it's not only about hitting your targets.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not only about hitting that sale or that activation or that bulk deal or that focused product sale and so on and so forth. It's multiple things. Sale is one thing, which is something that's a no-brainer. You got to do it. The activation is, you got to do it. But you got to make sure that the registration process of that broker is seamless. All the documents are up to date. All their credentials are up to date, because if that's up to date, then the training team can actually send them the right content, send them the right schedule, do some sort of online briefings for them. So getting the credentials is very important. Then on top of that, where are the trainings happening? How are they happening? Are they happening with group trainings, or are they happening in their office? No, they need to go to their office. There's the training team has to be present there to ensure that the quality of training is up to mark as well.
Right.
Our sales guys do trainings, our BDs do trainings as well, but they have to be, the trainers need to be present to ensure that we are not deviating from the main message that we want to.
What you earlier said, consistent, the same message across. Okay.
Correct.
So it become custodians of that communication system, literally.
Absolutely. Right. Because if we don't stick to that, we're going to come up with multiple messages, which leads to a lot of false promises. And we are done with that. It took us a very long time to fix all the problems we've had in the past. Yeah. And we've built a reputation in the market as well. Have we fixed all 100? No, we fixed 85. We will always have 15 problems. Yeah. And even those 15 problems, even if I fix it today, the perception of that to change is going to take me 12 months.
Absolutely. At least for the effect to kind of trickle down to the end market.
Absolutely.
We saw a lot of cleaning up acts that Amira herself had done last year, which I think is all going in the right direction. Then we want to keep quality. We want to make sure that quality now dovetails to value proposition for our brokers as well. At the end of the day, technology. It's a big topic now. I mean, AI is coming. A lot of things are coming in. How do you envisage use of technology to kind of streamline your processes? What is the plan in that direction?
So that is also a very important piece in the strategy for this year, right? In order to enhance the quality, we will be dependent a lot on technology.
Right.
And AI also has a big piece in that.
Absolutely.
Because for a human being to be more effective, you need to streamline a lot of processes and a lot of systems in place so that they can focus on their job.
Correct.
Better, right?
Correct.
As an example, one of my guys was complaining that, I'm not able to log in my activity and, put in my meetings on the system, and I can't follow up on commissions. I don't have the information. I have to reach out to the ops team, who then reaches out to the finance team.
Right.
And my main message is, why are we hiding this information? These are the stakeholders involved. They should have visibility on everything.
Absolutely.
Getting the right dashboards in place. Let them have the whole history, geography, information about all the people that they're dealing with. They need to know the whole DNA about that brokerage of what's their pain points, what's pending, what have they booked, what do they need, what is that support, so that when I open my phone, I see all of that. And before I enter that meeting, I already have an idea of what I'm going to
make some more products
to them and what I'm going to suggest to them and what commercial planning I'm going to do with them, right?
Yeah.
So the conversation becomes more qualitative.
Correct.
Rather than me going there and saying, okay, what is the issue? What is your pain points? What do you think you can do well? Where do you do well? So rather I go and say, you've done well here in this project, in Business Bay, for example. And it was done by this team in that office that sits in Palm, your Palm branch. And I can see that there were about 20 units where the commissions were paid out to you as well. So from there, I know that you can spend a little bit of money in terms of marketing. And majority of your clients who are from London, for example, you know what? Action plan is very simple. And this conversation is going to take us 5 minutes. I'm going to go and fight for a couple of roadshows sponsored by DAMAC. You're going to spend 20% of the commissions that have been paid out to you towards marketing support from there. And I will dedicate 2 guys from my sales team who have experience in the UK market and have closed majority over there for these 2 roadshows that I'm planning with you, Mr. Broker. Do you agree or do you not agree? And I'll tell you what, if you achieve, let's say, for example, 20 million from this roadshow, I'll give you 2% more commission.
Right.
Now, obviously, this is all pending approval. But do you agree? Says, you know what? That's good enough. And he leaves that meeting within 15 minutes with an action plan that is so detailed, but it took him 15 minutes. And all it took was that one dashboard, that one system that gave him all that information in real time. Absolute real time.
Right. I know Amira has been hammering this from the top. She's always spoken about collaboration. In fact, I remember she literally had to bring people in from all other departments to get a certain project done. And she kept saying, we're not going to be working in silos anymore, guys. Come together, let's work together. And you've been a big proponent of bringing people together as well. And that's one of the reasons why we know the BD team integrates really well with sales. Where do you see that going this year? Are we going to play it any differently? Or collaboration is going to be even more stronger? What's the idea?
Much stronger this year.
Okay.
Collaboration has been a bit of an issue in DAMAC for quite some time, which Amira has for the longest time trying to change that whole initiative, whether in a nice manner or whether with a stick in our hand, as we actually tried multiple things. And we have, to a certain extent, in certain cases we've collaborated well, some cases we haven't. Like I said in the beginning when I joined DAMAC, everyone was in their own shell, doing their own thing, focusing on their own targets, not understanding what is the key goal or mission that we have to achieve, right? So that was one thing in me that I disagreed with from day one when I joined DAMAC. I'm like, no, we need to work together for us to achieve this. So one thing that I think that I've done really well in DAMAC is that when a person comes to me from finance, or whether it's a sales guy, or whether it's a BD guy, or whether it's a training guy, or whatever department, and they ask for help, my number one rule is not to say that it's not my job.
Right.
No, you have a problem? You know what? Let me help you out. Because you never know. You might need that guy later.
Yeah, at some point.
So I think what I've done really well as well during my time at DAMAC is build good relationship with different stakeholders in DAMAC as well. Right. And by doing so, I've been able to collaborate separately with them on different initiatives to get things done. And I think Amira's noticed that and really appreciated that as well. Like, even though it's not my problem, we don't have to say it to each other. I've not told her that, you know what, it's not a problem, but I'm going to take it. It's understood, right? That it is not my problem, but you're thinking for the betterment of the company.
Absolutely.
And what goes around comes around eventually, right? Because I've focused on that aspect, Amira has also equally rewarded me on that as well, without me even asking for it. So definitely, job satisfaction.
It's a tick mark now. Yeah,
tick mark as well.
In contrast to what it was to where you are today.
Absolutely. But then I think the game changer was DAMAC Islands.
Right. Right. But what about DAMAC Islands?
In terms of collaboration, yes, we've done it on different occasions, but where we truly collaborated was DAMAC Islands.
Yeah.
Where Amira came and said, listen, guys, I want to break a record. And there's no two ways about it. I need it to be done. I want to hit over 10 billion worth of sales in one day. And you know what? I'll give you whatever tools you ask for. To the point that she went to the chairman and then spoke to him. And without us even knowing, she got this multi-billion, not even dollar budget approved within one conversation with him as well. And said, I'm here to spend money, but I want that 10 billion sale. And it's going to be very clear. If you guys don't work together, it's not going to happen.
Right.
She took the initiative and said, okay, I want all the heads from marketing, from direct, from indirect, sales, BD, technology, finance, and. Came into the boardroom. She sat down. She said, throw me all the ideas. Anything, everything. Give me any idea, because no matter how small, no matter how big. And that excited all of us.
Right.
Whether it's your finance or this or that, when the owner is saying that, throw ideas, no questions to worry about it. We debate it or whatever, but I want to see it. That got us excited. And that's when we started interacting with each other, and we came up with different ideas. We put down one full list that, this is the whole roadmap of how we
get us there.
That 10 billion. Yeah. This is what marketing is going to take care of. This is what BD is going to take care of. This is what sales is going to take care of. This is what finance is going to work on. This is what digital marketing is going to work on. This is what direct team is going to work on as well. And the best part about that, it's not only about ideas that we were talking about with respect to our departments. I was recommending something from a finance point of view that, listen, why don't you guys pay commissions 50-50, for example, right? Rather than in one shot, because what do agents want? They want the money as fast as possible. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like, great. And they were recommending a couple of things to me. IT was recommending a couple of things to me. We were recommending a couple of things to marketing. Marketing said, yes, you know what? That's a great idea. We can actually incorporate that. So what that one meeting did was open the eyes for all of us, saying that, God, if I didn't know that information, if I knew that information before, I could have done so much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Sanjeev, who's our head of marketing. He's been with DAMAC since day one, like since 2002, I believe. And to be fair, all these ideas of, the planes and the free planes and the free islands and the cars, he's been the leader out there. Brainchild.
Right.
So we were just having a discussion. I said, Sanjeev, but we should also be doing it in London and China, and because we've got this numbers and this achievements, and this is the stats of the products and blah blah blah. When I give him that, he's like, oh, okay, then I can think even more, because he's a very creative guy.
Yeah.
You give him the right information, he'll come with up with a canvas of things that we can do. Yeah. Right. So when I give him that information, then he comes back and says, what we do from a marketing point of view, activations, engagement point of view, these are different things we can do. Now, had I not given this information, he would just, he would still come up with something great. But
it could be random things.
But it's random, right? There's no proper flow and thinking in terms of achieving that goal as well.
Absolutely.
So that one meeting made us understand that collaboration is the way forward for us to achieve milestones that have never been achieved.
Yeah, dizzying heights.
Absolutely. And the satisfying part about all of that is that we did achieve it. And now when I stood there in that sales event, and when we crossed that 10 billion mark, it was very emotional for all of us. Like the IT guys were there, the finance guys were there, the marketing guys were there, sales, myself, Usher, Adam, we just looked at each other and said, we did it.
Wow.
We did it.
That's
And we
just
all felt so happy about that, to the point that after that,
Rightfully.
we were all like, we're done. We're done for the year. We want to be out for a couple of weeks. To which Amira said, yes, you guys deserve it. Take a break because next year is going to be even bigger.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. We've never used to climbing those dizzy heights. And now there is no coming back. Which we got to climb even higher, right?
And then that reminds me of a message we got from the chairman after that. So right after the event, I think at night, we all get a voice note saying that, great job, fantastic word, you guys have all worked together. So all these messages were coming in from the leadership, from the owners as well, fantastic job, collaboration. And our main answer to all, and our main response to the chairman is obviously thank you very much. But, Amira has really helped us to achieve these numbers. And we kept doing this. And he just made a joke. He's like, listen, guys, give me some credit as well. I'm the chairman, right? It was a joke. But that's when we realized that, it wasn't that difficult to work together and get the job done.
Just we buy into it, right?
Absolutely.
Believe and buy into it.
Correct.
Never done it.
And we came into 2025. Okay. Amira said, guys, 10 billion is past now. The benchmark is 10 billion.
Right.
We need to cross that.
Right.
And she's come saying that we need to hit that even more than what we've done. And we're working towards a plan. Yourself, myself, and all the different leaders are coming up with ideas, these solutions to try to make sure we constantly beat what we've done in the past.
So the beauty is the way we've all taken it.
Yeah.
We didn't feel tired and worn out. We revitalized and saying, bring it on. All the excitement's back. The zest is back. You can see the vibrancy on the floor again.
Correct.
I mean, it's just fantastic to know that you've been at the helm of this growth journey from where you started to where you are today, Huzaifa. And for me personally, it's been a joy to work with you. And you know that. I've enjoyed working. I've learned a lot from you. One of the reasons why we put this whole leadership series together is that I don't think the whole DAMAC ecosystem, especially the sales and BD side, have really gleaned on the principles of leadership. Not from 2 points of view. One is to see how the leadership operates, but also for people to aspire to become leaders in the future, because we're going to leave a legacy behind at some point. It's a revolving chair at the end of the day. We're not going to be here forever, but then the legacy that you leave behind is going to be massive and huge for people to kind of jump in and take from you. What would be that one message you want to leave behind for the team, for them to be inspired?
Never say no. That's rule number one. Never say no. Always find a solution. If you have that attitude in mind, the world will be at your feet. Because what that means is that you're open to learn. You're open to explore. No matter how wrong the idea may seem or how bad the idea may seem, if you have that attitude, you will always be successful in life. There's no two ways about it.
Right.
If you are a no man, you're going nowhere. It's as simple as that. So that's my advice to people that aspire to become future leaders as well.
Right.
Find a solution. Always look for solutions that will make the party in front of you happy. Because when you do good to others, the world will do good to you.
Absolutely. It comes back to you. I mean, they say you left your 2 cents behind, but it's not 2 cents, it's more than that. Never say no, never say die attitude, and also to continue to stay on course without giving up. I hope that this message will reach out to people. The idea of the whole podcast that we put together today is to take that message to our people, especially the DAMAC ecosystem.
But likewise, I've also, because I've had that attitude, right? It's not that you've learned a lot from me. I've also learned equally a lot from you as well. I mean, some of the things that you've told me, I've been like, you know what? This guy has half a brain.
So I got this half.
No. So that's the attitude that I go in. I don't walk into a room thinking that what I'm saying is always correct. I walk into a room saying that, Govind, what do you recommend? Or Kushal, what do you recommend? Or Anu, what do you recommend? Or Ashraf, Adam, what do you guys recommend? What are the ideas that you have? Because if I have to walk into a room and tell you what needs to be done, Why did I hire you?
Exactly.
Right? I mean, why did I hire half the team that I have?
Yeah.
I've hired you to actually come and tell me what I should do for you.
Steve Jobs said the same thing, isn't it? We didn't hire you for me to tell you what to do. You've got to tell me.
Correct. Right. So anyways, in a nutshell, exciting year ahead, 2025. Technology, like you said, is a key factor. AI is a key factor as well, which, you're exploring, and you come up with a couple of content as well, basis AI.
Absolutely.
It's going to play a big role for 2025, especially for DAMAC as well. But we have to be very careful how we utilize that.
Absolutely.
So AI, will AI take over our jobs? The answer is no.
No.
Okay. It's like it's a constant learning machine, but it's up to us on how we utilize that machine.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes you more slick, more efficient, because most of your mundane admin jobs will have to be picked up by this technology, and it's good for us.
Absolutely.
We use our creativity for better things, and that's the whole reason why it frees you up.
The one reason why I think AI will never take over completely and is because AI is brain and constant learning. That's what AI is.
Correct. Correct.
And execution bases the brain. The one thing AI will never have is the gut feeling. There's certain things you do on gut, right? Where everything seems that, it's pointing to left direction, but your gut is saying right.
Yeah.
And then gut
Pays off.
actually pays off. So yes, technology, AI, very important. The message is clear. Efficiency equals to effectiveness. Making sure that we are quality. Number one is number one.
Right.
Whether it's our projects, whether it's our programs, whether it's our systems, whether it's our relationship with partners. That is the main focus for this year. And obviously, it goes without saying that we have ambitions to beating the targets that we've already achieved last year by a substantial amount. I won't disclose that yet, but let's just say that it's substantially much higher than what we did in 2024. And the owners of the company, of DAMAC, have got the right launches planned for it as well.
And the right people as well.
And the right people as well. So it's a lot of positive things to look forward to. And I look forward to working very closely.
Thank you so much, Huzaifa. It's been a pleasure to have you. And for you to take your time off and come and share some of these insights and being very honest, first of all, thank you so much. And we look forward to be working very closely. And here's me wishing you and the whole team a fantastic 2025. Thank you very much. A year that has never been like the past.
Absolutely.
I hope to be there as part of that success journey with you.
As well.
Thank you so much, Huzaifa.